Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Monday. This is assembly program. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually wasn't going to do one today, but because it's a holiday and I absolutely forgot to not schedule it, but I scheduled it anyway. So we're gonna do a shorter session. Now, if you're not familiar with assembly, this is the mob programming session where we code together a StarCraft 2 bot that wins. And I don't know, yeah. I don't know how much we're gonna get done today specifically, but the plan is still to do a little bit of work. If we even get like a little bit done, that is a goal. So before I jump into it, let's talk about what is mob programming. So mob programming is similar to pair programming. Actually, do we want to throw up the do I want to throw up my little stuff, or do I want to just talk to you? Maybe I'll just talk straight to you guys. Oh my God. Okay, so a couple of things. First of all, my mouse is broken, and it's been broken for a while. I'm waiting for the RMA for the mouse to come in. It's a Logitech mouse, and they're supposed to RMA it, and they have not. And so for this whole time, I am, yeah, it's my mouse is killing me. It's absolutely destroying me because I can't click on anything when it comes to my mouse. So, uh, unfortunately for me, my mouse is just giving me all sorts of problems. Oh, Doug Tato's here and everything, and yeah, we're still gonna get some coding done, but everyone just bear with me for half a second as I struggle to get my mouse to work. Okay. I think it's working now. Oh God, I'm gonna have to like do a GoFundMe to get me a new mouse. Oh God. Okay. Anyway, sorry everyone. A little bit of technical difficulty on my part. So let's see if we can start this a little bit over again. Okay. So the way mob programming works, similar to pair programming, is we have a driver, navigator, and then the mob. And so with driver, navigator, mob, driver does the code, navigator keeps an eye on the big picture of the code, and then the mob gives advice on what's happening. Don't worry, the Clem song tagger one, I'll get to your question in half a second. Let me do my spiel, hopefully without my mouse killing me. You know what? Let me just jump into this so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, geez. I'm all over the place today. Okay, let's see if I can get this to switch over without any problems. Oh, there we go. Okay, so benefits of mob programming: shared code versus code ownership. Not your code, my code. It's our code. Mentorship from all ends, so we get to learn from each other. Co-authoring, that is one of the other parts, is where you get yourself onto a bot without having to start one from scratch, and which can be really good if if it feels intimidating, or if you just don't want to jump into a whole project. It can be a little bit like it's an easy way to get into bot making without having to commit to a whole lot of coding and what have you, and still get a little bit of credit for it. And then social, right? It's coding can be a pretty solitary activity, and there's nothing wrong with that if you want to just code all your own, but this can be a little bit fun to do a bit of coding together. How do you want to join? If you want to join, actually, you know what? Yeah, if you want to join, exclamation mark join. Become a member. You can You can join me each week here in the chat and in the Discord to be a part of it. So, and if you don't want to do it, obviously sitting in the chat, you can be part of the mob. All right. So, actually, I'm going to get us set up because Doc Tato's here. And hey, Doc Tato, how are you?
I'm good. Just been trying to get my own homebrew pathfinding working.
Homebrew pathfinding, is that like the moonshine of pathfinding? Where you just make up your own. Um,
Yeah, it's when you start from just like the is pathable map and then make nodes and then find routes between them. So
Why
I don't
would
know.
why would you go in that? That sounds like a lot of work. Like
I'm only using Python SC2. I'm not using any other frameworks. So
that yeah, that would explain it. That would explain it. And then you know what? And that is pretty legit. Like in the sense that if I didn't discover the Eris framework, I would probably have to do what you're doing.
yeah, Sharpie, like they do a lot.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I had to be like, okay, actually tell something to build a building. Like there's a lot of basics to do. That's
oh
why
my
I'm not on
goodness.
the ladder yet.
Yeah. So ironically enough, if I did not upgrade to a framework, I probably would not be in the ladder as well because it actually is a lot of work too. Um it's not impossible or anything like that. It's just it can be a lot of work to some of the like to build a lot of the stuff you need, the quality of life stuff just from scratch can be a lot of work. Let me get you a link so that we can have our read write. All right. Okay. Where's the chat? Oh, here. Okay, I'm dropping the link here, and I'll just tag you so you can find it. All right,
Yeah.
cool. And then actually, you should see if Mindme's around, but it's a holiday, so I don't know if he's around. No, he doesn't. He's offline, so I'm gonna assume he's not around today. That's okay. I completely forgot this week was a holiday. In my infinite wisdom, I was like, oh, maybe I should take a break. But then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do a little bit of coding. So here we are, a little bit of coding and taking a break. Okay. Let me get up a note to know where we were at, so we can have a bit of a. Because every time we start, I have to do a little bit of. Oh, we were working on the other map. We were doing the other map. We were adjusting our strategy for the second half of the map. That's what we were doing. There wasn't. I don't think we had anything else that was. Yeah, additional conditions, plateau, micro. So easy peasy. So if we get this done today, we can actually probably get the bot up. This mouse is killing me. I'm gonna have to.
I thought we wanted to do something with if they don't attack.
Oh, if they don't, what did we have in mind? What was in the notes here? If they don't
Like
attack,
handling the bots that just set up
uh,
defensively.
get all of the site blocker. What is this? Hold on. Sometimes I have notes where I'm like, what did I write here? Defense stance mainly goes into the site blocker. What coordinates are the site blockers? No, I already did this. This is old notes. So that was if they didn't attack alti. Oh yes, we were talking about what happens if they don't attack. Period. And then what do we do? And then what did we say would happen? Did we say anything, or did we like? Was I like, oh, I'm just too tired, and we will talk about it later? I feel like that was what I said, where I was like, oh, that's
You might have had some idea, but I don't remember. It didn't
yeah,
get implemented at all.
yeah. No, I'm pretty sure we
Or
didn't
well, there
implement it.
was actually maybe it was. I coded something and it was like, well, we'll find out if this works when it's on the ladder, I guess.
Oh yeah, we did
Because
code something. What did we code?
you don't have an opponent that just waits to test against.
Yeah.
So
Well, what did we code for that? Did we hopefully we put
it's
some.
like line shoot, can't see because it keeps scrolling.
So it's like maybe we can improve on it because I feel like you're right. We don't have anything to test it. I do remember we were coding something and I said, "Oh, we really don't have anything to test it, so we'd have to look." But what did we actually do?
It's like 126, 127.
126. What did we actually say we were gonna do?
We were checking the time.
Okay, so if not self melee combat started, and then we go to the self. Okay, this was moving the units to defensive position. And so we gave self enemy start location, enemy location else. Okay, that makes sense. Uh Defense stalker position and the range get the we gave it to either one okay, so the melee will go up to where the range are. And then if in defense mode pylon, then they go to our pylon, they go back to our pylon, and then if it's full attack, they go to the enemy start location.
Yeah, so it would tell everything to, like, group up at the top and then
Right, right, right.
attack. I think once it was all there was the
Yeah.
idea.
So actually, what may be a good thing is to let's actually pull up. So I like to visualize this. So if we're actually able to pull up, um, so I remember now because I was a little bit concerned that I was going to be doing just too much, too much feature creep where we were going to be adding everything and we weren't going to get this bot on the ladder. But um,
That's where I live.
feature creep.
Yeah, just keeping I need to do one more thing before I put it on the ladder.
Yeah, that was, and I was like, I wanted to make sure that we got ourselves up there before we started to code every possible scenario. But the idea that they did not attack is a viable. It's a viable. It's in our original. In our original plan was, if they did not attack. So actually going over the so adding conditions for the plateau micro is a core thing. Things to consider: making pylon defense more robust for assessing whether or not we can win. Choke points was something, but that's not coming in until we're on the ladder. On unit took damage, could set a flag, no longer hold position. I actually think we have a new solution for that. Calculate total health and use unit total health and shield if they're less percentage to attack. This is instead of a flag. Should actually put that in there instead of a flag. But that's something to consider. And then keep units safe. I think we realize that might not work. Investigate map scenario of without vision. Those are all things into consideration. Now, enemy in the valley. What did I do? What did the defense stance? Melee goes into the site. This was the scenario document. So if the enemy is in the valley, um, versus if the enemy is to go on the other side. So actually, let's pull up a replay so we can actually see the map. Where's a replay? Here we go. Let's go bot micro arena. This one here. Okay, so the Clem, you asked the question. How many lines of code usually does it to get into the top bots? That is a lot. That's a big question. I don't know. Like,
Thousands,
yeah, I would say thousands. But
tens.
I don't know if I would quantify it by lines of code because I think you could be fairly efficient. Um, and I mean,
Also depends on what you count. If you count like Python SC2 alone is thousands of lines.
yeah, I think okay, you'd obviously remove the library itself. So library aside, um,
The framework,
the
like
framework, and if you didn't have a framework, so let's say no framework, but straight up, just the library, and that would be thousands of codes for sure, 100%. Now, if you had a framework that was really robust, I would say you can get away with less. It's like into like, you
a
know,
lot less, yeah.
a lot less. I don't know if it would be a top bot, but I think you could definitely you can get on the ladder really easy with very little code. For example, 12 pool bot. I don't think he's using a framework, and he's just like 508 lines of code, and he's in like he made it up to top 8 of probots. So like that is that you can with a pretty solid strategy, and I think with just covering some bases, you could be a top bot, quote unquote, with the minimum 508 lines of code being 12 pool bot being the benchmark. And I would say like a really robust strategy would be um without if you have a framework probably a few thousand lines of code. It would be my best guesstimate. But yeah, you can definitely be a top bot, quote unquote, with very little code. But the other authors will figure it out quite quickly. So I would say, yeah, that would probably be my best answer is that you could be a top bot really quickly, but the meta would change really fast and your bot would not stay a top bot with a low amount of code. Yeah, I like that answer. Yeah. Okay, so let's just get a bit of a okay. So if the enemy does not attack at all, oh, you know what would be a good idea? Let's pull up some replays from some of the bots on the ladder, the micro ladder right now, and that actually would give us a good idea of how they operate. That would be a really awesome way to approach this. Even though I kind of want to, I do want to stick by my word by not making too much creep, but I think it'd be a good idea to at least take a look at what the other bots on the ladder are doing and just see if we can cover one or two scenarios. I'm gonna grab two replays specifically from a Cognite's bot, which I said I was gonna take a look at this week because he is like at the top of the ladder right now, like by a large margin, and it's good just to be aware of his bot. Let's say against, you know what? Let's see his bot against our old bot, Nanny. So let's see how his bot did against that. And then let's say, what's another top bot that was pretty. Oh no no. Okay, we'll do oh no no. Oh no no is notorious for being pretty good, and we'll also do it against our old bot. We'll see its replay against our old bot, and then the last bot we will check out is Oops, which is Team Eris's bot. So we'll see that against our old bot Nanny as well. So we'll have these three replays to throw up. If I actually just click on this, will this just take us out of these replays? This replay, let's find out. Nope, I actually have to exit out of this. You're also able to see my screen, right? Dogtato, you can see like the stream itself, and you can see like what I'm showing.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna make sure you're able to.
Probably. I'm watching through Discord.
Yeah, Discord's probably gonna be the most one-to-one. Let's do Oops. Let's see how Oops looks. If we can get Oops' replay to play, hopefully. All right, here we go. We'll see how Oops handles. I guess I should have chosen to make. Oh, okay, good. It's the right map. I should have made sure it was the map so that we can. So this is Oops, and Oops will be fighting the first microbot we put on the ladder way back when, which is Nanny Z. For those of you who are fresh, Nanny is a Zerg bot, and all it does is its purpose of it is to basically distract the enemy with Zerglings and then attack the pylon from a different angle. So we can see here that Oops takes a defensive stance. This is the stance I'm very worried about. Is Oops takes this defensive stance right around in this particular map, around the middle of the map. This is not the same map as we're practicing on, but it does it even on the other map where it'll stay and wait. So we'll have to be. Oh, did this actually win? Maybe it won. Who knows? Oh my god, it actually won. Oh, it won. Ha ha. So either which way, it's good to know because that's exactly how Nani works, and that one's actually I was actually a little surprised that one. Because I'm pretty sure it has code to be defensive, but in that regard, it did not see through the guys. Okay, let's see how that was Oops. So then we'll see how oh no no no. This oh no no is a little bit more, I would say, robust than Oops. So battle.net. If I just play offline, will it let me do this? Load up, hopefully. So then let's say oh no no. Let's see if it'll load up.
I was just looking in the code where the dummy bot that you've been testing against is, and I think it'd be easy. We could make a version of that just like defends the pylon instead.
Can we do that? Can we change the dummy bot to not do anything? Like to stay by the pylon?
Yeah, we could just add more bots. Could like make a defend bot. And
Oh,
it's only like 10 lines of code for dummy bot. So yeah,
oh, there's like a little code for it. Oh, that would make sense. Where is that located?
it's in run.py.
Okay. All right. Well, we can create a good test spot. I'm okay with that. I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so let's see how no. He's a no is robust bot, so we'll see how he operates. Okay.
Oh, flank. Oh no, really likes the flank.
Yeah. So he definitely prioritizes
Oh,
defense. So it prioritizes defense.
I feel like it could have won if it just stayed on the attack.
Yeah, I have it that they have a keep away. So if they probably would have won if they just focus fired, and probably is in hindsight, if I was to go back to this spot, it would just make it focus fire. They have a keep away function. So probably I would just turn that off or something if we were to improve this. And these guys have a if their health falls behind a certain level. So
It'd be
then
impressive if they done like a loop and then come back to the pylon again.
yeah.
That would be a lot more work to program.
Yeah. 90 is a very simple. So, do you plan on making a bot scout and react to everything the enemy is doing? Um, I mean, the sky's are kind of the limits in terms of when it comes to this session of the bot. The only criteria is that we stick within our overall strategy. So the strategy is, um, we lure using something, doesn't have to be a unit, but using a unit to pull the enemy to where the bot wants to fight, and in keeping on the pylon, the pylon for defense. So that's the only criteria for this particular project, and we can do it however we want. So if we want to react to the enemy in some way, uh, the idea though is we want to kind of keep our core strategy, which is making sure that the enemy fights the bot where it's most advantageous for the bot, and so we can do it whatever way we wanted to get that done. There's no
I mean, maybe then instead of doing what it's coded now, it should send like one zealot forward to bait.
so that's what with the it's funny enough, that was the original strategy, and so it did do that up until maybe 4 weeks ago. And then what ended up happening is that there was too much the space is so small that when the one of the we still have the code too, so it could be turned back on, that it by time it went to scout or to bait, there were enemies was already on top of the
Yeah,
already on top of the
it should only be for the case where 30 seconds have passed and we haven't seen the enemy yet.
Yeah, we could do that. I like that idea with that if
Because maybe they would chase if they did see one enemy
yeah,
appear.
actually, let's see that. Actually, let's since we're already on Ono No, I think Ono No is he'll chase. He looks like the kind of bot that will chase if he's yeah, he's a
Yeah,
chaser. He's a chaser. We could totally pull Ono No into a situation that we would prefer.
yeah. Leave 3 zealots in the side blocker and send the other one up to
Yeah. Let's
just
do
get them
that.
to chase.
Yeah, let's do that. I like
And then
that.
it can even like assuming they're not hiding in the side blocker.
I feel like ok- okay,
But you
let's look at the top bot because I've seen these. I've watched and these are all top bots on the micro ladder, and none of them have used the site blocker. So,
yeah, you could high ground scout that though with the stalkers though. So,
yeah. I think we already have. Well, okay, we'd have to move forward further if we wanted to get into the other person's site blocker, but it's not that's not too hard. So
yeah.
we would have to maybe if we were doing a defense. I'm going to make sure I don't want to do too much creep, but the idea is that if we go into say like a lure mode or whatever where we send the stop one of the zealots to go and pull
Mhm.
them into them, maybe you would have to move the stalkers up a little bit so that you can get the high ground. Actually no, you wouldn't. You don't want them to go too far because then you'd have the enemy being aggroed to the stalkers instead. You'd pull them off of the zealots, so you don't want to get them into the site blocker before.
Yeah, I think you just want them where they can see into the side blocker so the
Yeah,
zealots aren't like walking into the same trap you're trying to set.
yeah. um Yeah, okay, we'll do that. I like that idea. And then let's the last replay so that we can get a kind of a sense of the top bot on the micro ladder. White Plum is right. You're trying to be the attacker as much as possible. Yeah. So we are trying to. Really, what it is we want to use the terrain as much as possible to our advantage. If like that would, if we were to sum up what we're actually trying to do, is we're trying to use the map as much to our advantage as possible. That's the core element of this bot strategy. If we were to sum it up, is trying to take advantage of the map more
That's all
than
you have.
yeah, to take more than the other bots, right? Because as yeah, like Dog Tana said, it's like really it's our only kind of quote unquote advantage because every competitor has the same amount of units to go against. So uh using the map and using it effectively will probably give us a strong advantage against other bots. Even with their stronger micro, could put them in I think the Ares framework gives us good micro options, but as we will probably see, and from uh I'm guessing we'll see from this Cognite spot, it probably has a strong amount of micro. Because I can't understand why it's so top on the ladder, unless it has a high level of micro coding. And that would be what I would say would be an awesome project for next time or the next like after this bot the next bot is to do something that's just like a high level of micro, though I don't know how much you can do. Like there's only so much you can do with this many units, but we'll see. I'm personally not convinced that um that we're at the peak level of micro that can be done, but we'll see.
You have a Cognite replay?
Yeah, I have it right now. I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of them, so I'm
Neither have I.
curious why
Yeah,
it's so dominant.
yeah, let's find out. Let's see. And actually, I might pull one more with against the top because this was against this is against Nanny Z, but I could actually pull one against Oh No No, which is the second top bot on the ladder.
Doesn't it have like 98% win or
Yeah,
something?
it has 99%. It's a 99%, and it has 500 ELO from the next closest bot. So it's pretty dominant right now. So we'll let this. Okay, what are we seeing here? Oh, we got some formation.
That's what my bot does. A lot of work.
So we got some formation go. So we have
You gotta have
okay.
those tanky units in front. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it is the micro. Look at that. Look at that micro.
One damaged Marine, two like
All right, that was
yeah.
okay. So formation plays a big role in his micro.
And all the units being ranged, he said, was made Terran kind of the strongest.
Yeah. Um. Okay, let's see. I want to see while this. I'm gonna pull another replay from.
There's a lot. There's more than just micro. Like that. It's a lot of map awareness. Like now he's killed units, so he knows he can split his forces and like have some defend. And yeah, it's pretty
Oh, so
optimal.
you know what? You're right. There's maybe a battle simulator. So like it's just even aware of the fights it can and cannot take, and so now it gets a little bit confidence after a certain level, and it's like, all right, now I'm just gonna
Like it
attack.
has its defense squad there, and then yeah, it's like sure 3 Marines and a route or
Yeah, so these guys are
Marauder can beat 2
yeah
roaches.
yeah. It's switched to a defense, and then these guys are attacking.
And then roaches are just too afraid.
Yeah, they're on after a certain amount of health. I probably should have made that a lot
I
lower.
mean, there's nothing it could do anyways.
Yeah.
They would have just died, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's see this one against the second highest. So the top bot versus the second top bot. So let's see how they handle each other. And let's see if we can get a little bit of a show from that. So this will be Cognite versus Jaraka, Jararaka, which is um, Kaninana's bot author. So let's see what this bot is all about. Oh, I keep choosing the wrong map. I wanted the.
Yeah, I was just wondering what
uh,
Power Knight looks like on the other map.
Oh, good. This is the right one. Perfect. Never mind. This is good. This is
Oh,
nice. Nice formation.
but
Is it different
flipped
formation?
with the Marines in front.
Oh, he's okay. Okay.
Oh no, now it's swapped.
Okay. So this is exactly what we want to be worried about. Is this kind of defensive posture? You're using the defender's advantage in this.
Yeah, but if you poke out of that sight blocker and they aggro on you, when you retreat, you're like instantly out of vision. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
They're both.
This is exact. Oh. Oh. How do they know which one to go to? I wonder if they
It,
just guessed
it just
50-50.
picked.
Yeah.
That's how it does formations. It just waits for them to line up in the new position before moving. It's interesting.
Very
High
interesting.
ground. Wow, it's weird that Jero
Wow.
waited on the low ground.
Yeah, that's probably just oversight on his part because that's a weird place to wait on the low ground, and I'm wondering if that's because they are waiting, they're expecting, like there's no awareness here, and they're just maybe hoping or assuming someone's going to come through the middle,
Yeah,
or
and
if
then
someone comes through the top and they maybe 50-50 gambled it. But we
it does let them respond defensive if someone comes from the top, and maybe yeah they can go move to the high ground
Yeah, it maybe would have moved up
if
if
they come through the middle.
middle. What is weird is that if someone came, they wouldn't have backed up into this situation here, further to pull them off of the high ground, which would probably good. But that obviously might require some more coding. I am
But
very
yeah,
impressed with
yeah,
Cognite's the situation here because he waits, so he probably has a timer delay where
like 1 minute I think.
yeah, if so and so has not attacked, let's see if we see a good time here. If it's 1 minute, this is probably 1 minute. If 1 minute doesn't no attack response, oh, not even. Oh, 55 seconds. Interesting. Because it will also time out. So, it, man, that formation, that's something I'm going to put that in my consideration. Formation of some sort. That might be very interesting to interesting
Yeah,
question.
that's why I started making a bot because I wanted to see a unit move like in formation, like a human couldn't do.
Yeah.
So
Formation. Kind of formations. Strategic formation. What kind of strategic formations can be done? Question mark. Just make a little bit of a thing. Okay. And so he
it looks
switched.
like he calculates the positions for the formations and then tells the units to move there and then waits until they're all in position and
Speaking
then
of which, we have the enemy Cognite in the chat. Formation code took me quite a while, especially figuring out which units would go where. I bet it. Oh, now he's on to us now. But I very impressive Cognite. I love this formation you have here. Um, I love it here, and like I like this part. Look, it kind of like it like fixes itself before it goes and attack. It's like this very, but it works so well. It scouts against oops, and then the scout going out and then back into the formation looks so nice. It looks really nice, very impressive. Very much kudos to you. I'm a big fan of how this formation. I like how it just look at that part. Can we appreciate that for a second? I'm like idea that they kind of turn first before they don't just run willy nilly. They change formations a little bit and then they move. Not that I don't think that has an advantage specifically, but it's kind of nice. It like kind of switches and then moves up, and then they kind of clean up their formation before they get here. And I guess they check themselves a little bit before they go back in. That was interesting. Now I have to ask, was the like I would be so curious to know how that formation is structured because is that just points set from the center of the army or like how are you getting these formations? Anyways, that
you have to do some rotation math and
you would have to be because you would have to then maybe set a center point and then
mhm.
each unit would have to maintain their point distance from the center, or whatever distance you wanted it from the point, and then you'd rotate the point too based on where you thought. Like maybe you'd have to map it out. I would probably map it out on paper and then, and then but that's me being unable to to visualize how to calculate it without thinking about visually seeing it. I like that.
Yeah, you have to define like the formation positions, and
There it
then you
is.
get the facing. So
There's an anchor point that the formation is centered at, and then for the lines units, locations are calculated. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a ton of sense. That's how I would approach it, is that you do a center point and then okay, cool. Let's get started. Now that we have a good idea of where we are and kind of what to look for the enemy, I think I'm gonna actually put it into our to-do list, is to do the what you said. We'll actually where is it? I'm actually we actually have one already in our react to the map. Do stance attack. Oh, here it is. If enemy is in defensive stance, attack pylon to pull them. So I had attack pylon to pull them, but we don't actually need to attack the pylon. We can just send a unit to bait them. All right. So our overall to-do list is still pretty good. So we'll do that today, or hopefully we'll try to get this today, the bait code, and then next week we'll probably do the swapping for the next map, and then our bot could be done by the end of the next week, which will be good. Okay. Are you ready, Dog Tato? Are you ready to just get into this? Do we want to start on the making the dummy bot first, or test dummy bot?
that would be pretty easy.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's get the little mob timer up, and then we'll swap, and you'll start first. Oh, you're already on here. Perfect. Driver, navigator, driver. There we go. And then we'll start. All right. Make sure I have it all perfect. Let's get a little coding music up. Oh, where's that? And then Dog Tato, you can take us away. Let me give you. Oh, we're following you. Focus participant. All right, take us away.
Sure. Does it switch to run?
Yeah, it's switched to run.
Yeah, so this is the entire dummy bot right here.
That's easy. So we're just gonna make a second class, like a defense version. Defense dummy bot. Defend bot. Perfect.
What's the friendly start location called?
Is it enemy start location?
There we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. It's from their perspective.
Or is the start location the pylon?
No. I think we had to actually code because the pylon does not show up on start. The pylon does not show up on start. So, you could do start location though. I think start location is fine. I think start location is fine. I cannot remember if it detects start location, but I want to say it does. Can I look without changing? Let me see if I can look without changing what you're looking at. I could go unfollow participant. Okay, let me just double check. If I change your screen by accident, let me know. Okay. Self dot start location.
Oh, self dot pylon. Does that come from?
Self.pylon is something that we created, and it's on it's on delay start. So because it doesn't show up on the first step, and so we wait for five frames before we detect detect it, I think.
Self dot structures.
Okay. All right. Let's back to focus. Oops.
Okay. So it could say like if
We're probably gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to probably define pylon though, because it won't see the pylon on the first frame or on the first step, and we'll get a crash if it. Oh, you're gonna pass it in from the.
just getting that, so it won't
Oh, okay.
complain
Yeah.
about that not
Yeah.
being known. What were you saying need to be passed in?
Well, I guess what we'll probably have to do something that it doesn't have to see the pylon, because it doesn't show up the pylon on the first step. So on step one.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting to like. It'll just go to the start location, but then if it does see a pylon, it'll go to there.
Oh, I see. You see.
Yeah, so we can just. I mean, this won't even attack probably. So, but then just plug it in. But yeah, I guess you could run it and see if that does.
Okay, let's
nothing.
See. Did you set it automatically, or is it is it running between the two? Oh, you changed it already.
I changed it.
You changed it. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Did you put any kind of how? I guess if it doesn't move, then it works. Then we know.
Well, it should move to its own
pylon,
or it'll crash.
Or it'll crash.
Sure, I could write a bot that short without it crashing.
So yeah, so it recognizes defend bot. So let's see. Oh. What happened here? Oh,
what was the error at the bottom?
It did not give us an error at all.
No, it's line 94 was. Was there? Okay.
Was it in the run file? Oh, it says 94. What happened in 94?
That's just the main run.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Okay, maybe comment out the pylon and then let's see if it runs, if it just starts up. If it with like just the start location, let's just leave it for start location and then see what happens. Okay, let's run that. Okay. Okay, it's alive. Can I open the other one? Here it is. Nope, no moves. Okay. I actually just realized something. Is it not? Are we not going to attack at all? We're probably not going to attack at all. Oh wait, we have.
No,
30 seconds.
It will, in theory, do something.
Oh, let's find out. Well, good thing we checked that.
In theory.
In theory.
Well, that's not what we wanted it to do anyway. But that general one.
Because we have after 30 seconds, right? After 30 seconds, it's supposed to do something. Okay. We need to go find out what happened to our boy here.
Here.
That should be in the the attack in the I have to make sure that we remember to take out that sleep if before it goes on the ladder. I have to make sure put a to do there to make sure we don't forget to take the sleep out before it goes up on the ladder. So I feel like that. Yeah. Just put like a to do remove before going up because that I don't think that would be ideal for the. Okay, so
I wonder if it's doing this, but then it's also it's still doing this. So this should maybe be.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Let's see what we. Surprised we wouldn't have seen some conflict movement though.
No, because it would always override the current target immediately.
Oh, immediately.
Or told anything to do.
Oh, that's the other bot.
It's easier to tell it's the other bot now.
Yeah. Huh. My little boy here can't fit.
Yeah, that's probably why the auto detection thought there were only 3 spots there.
Yeah.
So you might be able to like shift the top one up.
And then
like a fractional amount.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, we're past 30 seconds. No movement still.
Yeah.
Okay. Good thing we're catching this now. So if not, self-melee combat started. Okay.
Oh.
We'll probably get a couple more prints in there. Oh, okay. Should attack from defensive position. Okay, so let's see.
It wasn't saying any of those.
Yeah, I didn't see. We only said starting on the right, so it didn't do any of these other ones over here. So let's see.
Where does this get set to be true?
Okay, stop that window. Let's find out in the 30 seconds. Let's see if anything gets printed. No, okay, so nothing gets printed. So none of our stuff is getting activated. Oh, wait, nope, something happened. Should circle around to attack now. That's weird though, it should have activated sooner. No? So
yeah. I want to just like see that because no, so it did eventually
go off.
Trigger this.
Yeah.
Which and self-taught melee combat started never goes back to being false. Or never
What was what's the conditions again to starting self.melee self.melee combat started?
Yeah, so we haven't started fighting. We haven't seen the enemy. So for it to print this means like we still have never seen the enemy. So this isn't what was stopping it from going in. It's got to be time.
Time, really?
It assumes the game is played on faster. Maybe it's just like a
Maybe it should
difference
be
of scale there.
maybe it should be self.time but 0.3.
Does this say the game speed? Well, it says it's time in seconds, but it assumes games play on faster. So I feel like, look, maybe just run it and then we can see it being printing the time and see what the game clock is.
Okay. Oh, this whatever's in this.
It's gonna print a lot, but
that's fine. Hold on. Close this
it
should
should be readable at least. Yeah, it says 5 and it's already at 7. It's like,
what if it's the sleep?
that could be it. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's like 5, 6, 7
Oh yeah, there's a delay.
seconds behind now. So maybe like that's fine.
Yeah,
The
that's
timing
fine.
is just a
Yeah.
little different because it's just maybe it is the sleep.
Yeah, it's fine. I think for
But then it says should circle around to attack and it doesn't. So
okay.
Why does it do that? So it's setting this.
Okay, let's do a swap. I'll take over now
right,
as driver, and then
It's a relief because I don't
okay.
remember where current targets gets used.
Okay, so it says should circle around to attack now. Current target equals self current target equals self. Okay, so this is to actually have it set up where it's supposed to set up, or to this is where it's supposed to. So let's see where let's go into where the
Yeah, it should send the melee up to join the stalkers.
Yeah, let's go into dig into the combat melee. Let's check if melee combat started. Control attackers. Here it is. Here it is. Control attackers. Okay. If ranged, okay. If melee, not self combat started.
Oh, it only uses current target and
that target should. I think that's passed into the. What's passed in here? Oh, that's not attacked.
So, it says if not melee combat started, and it does something, and then it only uses current target in the final else there.
Yeah, so
like line 288. Yeah, so this is what's triggering because melee combat hasn't started.
Okay, so if not combat started, and so once combat is because there's no enemy because it hasn't seen an enemy. Okay, and then the else it uses its current target is target unit. Target equals target unit position. This is to this is if it's if there's an enemy.
Yeah.
And then the
So
final else, current target. So if not no combat started, current target.
so yeah, that first if I think needs the same time condition maybe to use current target instead of position.
Oh, you mean down here? You mean
No, in the first. So it's that first if
if not
that's
self
catching us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because then it just tells it to go to the defense positions.
are we talking about back up into back where we were setting the target?
So we set current target up top, but then this code at 288 is ignoring that and just sending the zealots to the defense positions.
So are we talking about here? Control of current target is where we need to change up the.
No, that part's fine.
Okay.
The trouble is it's not using the current target.
Oh, because we have not combat started, and then the other part. So control attackers.
288. Yeah, and right here it's the same. So
if it's not melee,
always ignore current.
So if not melee combat started, so then it'll. So what are you thinking, that we should change up the position or the target from position, or?
I would say just in front of that for loop, say if self.time greater than 30. And then paste in from the bottom else where it's just moving the current target for the group. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this else?
Yeah, just well, you don't need the else part, but yeah.
Okay. Just
yeah, and tab over self.register behavior.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And probably that one closing parenthesis. I don't know if that matters, honestly, in Python. I feel like it would but
I've always
no, it's part of it's maybe it wouldn't because it's like part of the function call before.
Maybe just
it
in
looks
case weird. I will actually double check to make sure that. Oh wait, this actually needs to move in a little bit, I think.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'm just gonna keep.
That is why it looked weird.
Group maneuver. Okay. All right. Let's give this a shot. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happened there. Okay.
You probably want to like set a variable somewhere to say like time to change tactics equals 30 instead of setting 30 in both places.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'll set one. That's a good point.
I think it's hard to maintain.
Yes, that's a good point. We'll do that right after this test. Let's see what happens. Are we not printing anymore?
I deleted that.
Oh, okay.
Noisy one.
Okay.
It's still printing when it defends.
Okay, that's fine. I was just wondering if something would happen to it, but that's good. We don't want it necessarily spamming everything. So it's probably around 45 seconds, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I knew it's fighting with something inside the.
Oh yeah.
It's fighting. Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
Oh, I you need to put the for loop in an else. Because it's doing the group maneuver and it's doing 2 maneuvers.
Yeah. That's what I figured. There we go. All right.
Definitely work.
Okay. And then actually I'm going to set something like at the top. We'll set like a, I don't know, we'll call this variable, what should we call this variable? Like self. Wait, what is this variable? Self-launched late attack? What does this do? Is this something already?
That was something I added.
Oh, okay. I was like, can I just steal that?
I don't remember if it's in use, but
okay, that's fine. We'll leave that as a flag.
You could use that. You could just set it as true in the top part where we're, and then down below you could check that instead of checking time.
Yeah. Okay. This might be like. Let me just double. Like, let's see if it's what is it being used for. So, oh, wait, here it is right here. That's exactly what it's doing. Okay. So we can just use this. Okay, we just use this variable. Wait, what is this actually a part of?
Check melee combat started.
Well, it's not.
That's interesting. I don't know if you want that. I don't know if you want to define it there.
No, I'll probably pull it out of there then. But I do like that, and I'm gonna pull it out of there though. I'm gonna take this. Where is it set true? And I think I'll set it true somewhere else. So I'll take this.
Yeah, do it where it's setting current target.
Yeah, so let's do this. We'll take this. And we'll take it out of here. And then we'll bring it to current target. Nope.
Oh, you were almost there.
I forgot I usually create, is it current set? Oh, I used to create, I'm supposed to create myself.
127.
127. I used to create myself shortcuts and I forgot. There it is. All right. So
I think you could just set it true, like
right at the top,
right inside of. Yeah. Well, you just set it true, like right inside of that if statement.
Which one? Oh, yeah. Okay, and this one.
Yeah. Say. Launch late attack equals true.
Self.launch.
Yeah.
Launch. Late attack equals true. Okay, and then we can go back to the
288.
Was it 288?
Yeah.
288. And then we say in here, instead of if self time, if self launch late attack. Okay. Okay, that should give us something. Yeah, okay, I'm feeling that's pretty good. I think this should, let's find out. The other window.
I feel like hiding the side blockers is like the only chance you have of beating Terrans.
Yeah, it's probably a yes, because that's the only way the Marine's going to get close enough.
We should also try tweaking those positions to see if they'll fit.
I wonder if it's only this side. I feel like
it was both sides. The other side, I saw it. Yeah.
Okay. We'll take
because it should be symmetrical. So. It's weird that the library detects 4 on one side, though.
Yeah, it is weird. Hey!
Nice. And then.
All right. That's a step in the right direction.
Okay. Yeah, check defensive position. Is not returning true.
Okay, so
maybe
step in the right direction. So. Yeah, it's probably because they sees no enemy, so it's probably something's not being triggered. Okay, that's good so far, though. Okay, we'll go with that. That's a little W there. So then we'll go into, let's go back into our set current target. Okay, so they check the stalker position, so they do that so far.
Yeah.
Now if we need to,
it's the self.check defensive position that needs to be true.
which one is
Like
this?
line 130.
130. Full attack. So if full attack or checks defensive position, what was this doing?
That's the
this
we need to return true.
Yes, for us to send for it to go to bait the opponent into its position. If self.arrive. Okay, let's get some print statements in here. And then we'll say if not enemy units, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we want that last part.
Here?
The idea was that where it's like we have a defense stalker position and now all units should be there.
Okay, let's get a print in here.
But I'm guessing if not self.enemy units is returning, we don't have enemy units, so that's probably shorts. I'm not sure why if not self-enemy units.
So if self-defense this is checks nearest unit to the defensive position. Is this checking for, we're checking for the if there are 3 units next to the stalker. What was this? What was all units? I forgot what this was doing.
Why does so I think it's weird that it's returning if there aren't enemy units. That's definitely why it's not returning true, because there aren't enemy units. We don't see any.
Which one? Sorry, this one?
Line 382.
If not self-enemy units. Okay,
I think that could just be deleted. I'm not sure.
Let's just double check
what that was hoping. What logic that does.
Steps. This is okay. So let's see where we're at.
Yeah, and the first part's just like, oh, we already arrived. We don't. Well, so this can only arrive once is kind of the thing. So we might want to also set self.arrive equals false.
Can I see what happens when we run this? And then
yeah.
And then after that, we'll switch and you'll jump into the Java seat.
I have a guess.
Oh, wrong one.
I'm guessing it'll say it has arrived now.
So I remember now, we coded that, but we couldn't test it because we hadn't done that thing with the bot. So I was like, oh, we'll just see what happens when it's on the thing. But now I remember now. I don't remember the logic we did behind it, and that's probably need to put some comments in there so that we can remember. But oh, okay, circling around, perfect. So far, so good. And then it should say arrive. Okay, arrive, good. So it arrives, and then
well,
it
also should circle around to attack.
Okay, it's just gonna sit there for a bit. All right. Okay, you want to jump into the? Oh, let's focus onto you.
Sure. So. It was just printing arrive over and over, right?
Yeah, so is arrive checking, or I'm trying to remember if arrive is checking if they've all, and then the bottom is like, is if arrive is a true, is when it triggers. Because if I remember, self.arrive is seeing if the units are all at the,
So There you see. Um, I sort of think it should say that to like reset it, so it does have to wait for. Maybe it would never be true because all the units actually weren't up there before.
Before you set it as false, let's see. Can we actually go to the code of like the self.arrive? I want to see what.
Well, self.arrive is
Sorry.
just set.
What trigger? Sorry, what trigger self.arrive?
This is what I think.
That's when it's true. Okay, and that's when all the units are.
That's
here.
the only place.
But it should, if that's true, then it would have printed the arrive too that I have underneath there. Is it the return is underneath it? No, it didn't print my. Did it print?
Well, no. Once it's true, it'll short circuit and print this. So it might have printed this once.
Oh, okay, maybe. Let's.
And then for efficiency, it just does this. I don't know if you can scroll back up far enough.
Yeah, I probably can't scroll back up far enough. Oh, maybe I can. Hold on. Oh, it did. You're right. It did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's actually not the worst because at least we know that it's triggering down there.
Yeah, so that part actually works. But then...
Okay, so when they arrive, we're looking, once they arrive, we could use that element to send off a scout.
Oh, this doesn't return a value. That's the trouble. Yeah.
Wait, what was that one?
Well, so self.check defensive position doesn't return a value. So it's just always going to be none. It should be like...
return true.
Like that. Yeah. So that'll make it.
So I think actually we do need to keep the if not self enemy because this was I think it was to short circuit it just in case so it didn't give a false positive. So if it was.
Yeah, but we want to still arrive somewhere, even when we haven't seen the enemy. So like if that short circuits, we'll never get to this when all the stalkers arrive.
Right.
But again, I don't know. Do we even want to do this strategy, or do we want to do the strategy of having one stalker?
Or you mean forward. One zealot? We would want
one zealot, yeah.
One zealot. We could still have. Oh, you know what? You're right because what we may not want to move it. Anyways, we want to keep them in these site blockers. Let's actually. So. I don't want to get rid of it because that could be useful later. So maybe what would be the best thing to do is. Do we still have the code? Is the code in here for the scout? I feel like I didn't. Oh, you're going to change the vision blocker time, the spacing.
Yeah. Sort them all, man. So it's gonna be this, and they need to be higher. So I'm guessing like. Okay.
For those of you in the chat, you guys, I actually just realized, can you guys see the text okay? Or do I need to zoom in a little bit closer to the thing? Because I was playing around with my zooming yesterday, and I don't know if I put it back to a proper value. Okay, let me run that. Let's see where we're at with that. If that gets us into the site blocker.
I was tempted to change it to 0.75, but
why?
I feel like maybe 0.5 is too big of a shift.
Okay, we'll see.
I can change it to that while it runs.
Okay, let's find out. It's kind of hard to tell.
Also possible I shifted it the wrong direction.
Oh yeah,
It
there
looks
might
like-
be them. Oh yeah, I think that's go the other way.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's check. And then what we'll do is there should be a code for the scout. I don't think we deleted it, and we can actually end up reusing. Oh, this is the wrong window. That looks better.
Weirdly out of sync.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, that's a lot cleaner.
Yeah, there we go.
What if they should be more into it? What do you think? More into the?
Yeah, they could move further a bit.
I think it's okay though, because they can't be seen though, right? I think they get the value of the sight blocker. I think just by being that much into it.
Yeah, and then you want it to pull the enemy into the side blocker. Well,
Yeah.
enemy being in the side, technically,
Blocker.
enemy being in the side blocker gives all the enemy's vision into it. So
Oh yeah, we don't want them.
maybe in theory you could be perfectly on the edge to. I don't know. There's probably. So that did what.
It
was
actually did what it's
intended.
supposed to do. Wow. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Let's try to maybe move it a little bit into the sight blocker. Just a little bit. All right. Cool. Let's see for inside. And then we will go with the strategy of moving, setting up our scout to take over, or bring back our scout code, which I really hope I didn't delete. I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I said to myself, this could be useful later, but we'll find out. If not, I'll just restore the code somewhere, because I don't want to code that thing all over again. Okay, where are we?
Well, it's kind of just send one unit toward the enemy pylon until you see an enemy unit.
Yeah, I already think I had that coded already. So, assuming I didn't delete the code, we can just restore it. I think only.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
That's very in. You can go maybe 0.4.
Yeah. Okay. Let's shift in a little bit more.
No. It has a square. No, that's what I want. Maybe that. It's only moved by 0.15, but
Well, let's see.
I guess I could try. I could put different numbers for each cell and then pick the one that looked good. But
Oh yeah, I guess that could have worked out well. I think we can at least. Oh, nope, not that one. That looks pretty in.
yeah,
Yeah, that's in.
that's pretty dead center.
Perfect. Yeah, that looks really good. Love it.
Artisanal unit placement.
Made to order. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So see if you can find the code scout, because I think it's still around somewhere.
Yeah, control scout is right now.
Yeah, control scout. And then we had it that it would take. Okay, good, perfect. So what we'd have to do is we change the rules for. We'd have to bring back the control scout, and then we'd have to the actual controlling of the scout, and then we'd have to change the rules of when it switches to switches back to being a to the attacking role. So this code here where it says if not self enemy units and then else switches the roles, we'll have to change that. So we want it that if we've triggered the defense mode, so if it is defense mode true, what did we call this? What did we call the flag for if when we're moving to the defense position?
Launch late attack.
Launch late attack. So if launch late attack, then the target is, what is it? We can say like game info center. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, and then change it to else.
Well, I don't think that's what we want for the target. I think it should be like the enemy.
The enemy is like
if they were in the center, we would have seen them.
Yeah. No. Well, we'll put it for their start location. We can put it the enemy start location for now, but we don't want it to get killed, so we'll have to put something to select. If the enemy exists.
So yeah, this is if not self.enemy units, it'll go there. So once we see an enemy, this will be false.
Okay. So we can actually keep that then. So target equals.
Where is enemy start location? Is it on info? Player start location. What's the game data? Is it just on the bot? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then and so yeah, so if it sees the enemy, it switches back to the attacking role, and it goes back to with the other bots with the other stuff. Okay, that actually is fine. So what we'll have to do is actually I'll take over now. My turn. So I think I know where this can be found. So where is my control scout? Scout.
It's at the bottom.
Yeah, not the control scout. Sorry. Is it random? Because I have it grab a random zealot. So here it is. Here it is. Okay, so if not assigned to scout and self time equals 0. When did I turn this off though? Or
it's
this is only the other map. Okay, good. Okay, so I can still use this. I just need to so we'll say else, and then I need different conditions. So else.
Well, if you just want to do like that exact scouting, you could say just map equals PM or self.launch late attack. Or do you want to do like?
I wasn't gonna do the exact version of this, because I was gonna have it that because this is just the time. I'm gonna change that the conditions for it, so it'll be like else.
You don't want to say elif though. You only want to do it if we're launching the late attack to have the scout, right?
Because this is if the map, and then else. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Elif.
Launch late
launch late attack. We actually might end up changing it, because this might apply for both maps. Because I essentially only just relegated it to one map, because I didn't think I was going to use it for this map. But we might end up changing this. But
yeah, that's a problem for when we get to the second map.
Yeah, we'll save it for there. Okay, so I only need to know self-assigned scout equals true. Okay, actually I need everything except for this time. So I'll actually take this except for the time. and then I'll just modify that. So we'll go like this, and then I'll get rid of the time. Doesn't have to. Okay, it doesn't need the time. It's fine because the time is already done by self-launch late attack. If not, self-assigned scout, true, zealot, random zealot, assigned role, control group 1. Okay, that should control it. And then this should where's this currently being right now? Self-control scout, first scout. This is currently, where's this running right now? This is just sitting in out of nowhere by itself. So actually what I'll do is I'll bring this back in, but I'll put a condition that if scout exists, so if first scout, then do this. So if no scout, don't do this at all. Okay, maybe, hopefully. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, that should control. Yeah, self-control scout. Okay, that makes sense, I think, in my head.
I think what will happen is it will send 3 zealots up north and 1 forward.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I'm hoping will happen. And then we'll have to what I'm hoping is that once it sees the enemy, it'll then return back to where the other zealots are, because it'll be switched back to the role. And then it should be getting the same position coordinates as the other zealots and pull the enemy, hopefully, to thing. And I think it's probably if the enemy's. Oh, okay. What happened here? On step if first scout. Oh. Is it because first scout is located inside this if statement? What is it?
Just scroll up slightly in the error message in your terminal.
Yeah.
Maybe because
did I not? Maybe I didn't initialize first scout. Is that the problem?
Yeah, if that's the first time it's being referenced.
Okay, so I probably commented out first scout. Did I not? Do I not initialize first scout somewhere? I thought I did somewhere.
No.
Okay.
So you just define it before that if else or up top, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just where did I put attackers? I'll just put it in the same place I have attackers. Attackers. Oh, it's at top. Or did I?
It's gonna be at the top of the function or the class. Like 50-ish. What further? 35. That's where all your.
Okay.
So, yeah, you have assigned scout as a variable. You could just. I don't know if you. Does that being used?
No, see, that's being used. I just want to figure out where did I declare the attackers, because that's the other one. So it should be in the same spot. Attackers equals attacker.
Oh, assigned scout's the boolean.
Yeah. Okay, so here it goes. Oh, it's missing something. That's what it's missing. So it's actually should be here. It's so. Whatever happened to this? I thought I had. What was that variable called again? It was
First scout.
First scout. I really don't have one of these already. That's really weird.
Is it a unit, or I think might just be a single unit.
It might be a single unit, but I'm really confused. I thought I must have deleted this. The old one. Control group 1. First scout. Oh, here it is. Oh, but that's defined inside. I have it defined inside here. That's why it's not defined elsewhere. So I actually probably can get rid of all these other ones and just Yeah, it's a unit, so I can actually get rid of all of these and just have it defined at the top. Get rid of these, and then get rid of these, and just always define where's scout. That should be okay. Was this supposed to? Yeah, it should be controlled group 1. Okay, good. But the question is, why is this?
Oh.
Okay, that's right. No, control group 1, and that control group 1. Switch roles though. That. Oh, from control group 1 to attack. Okay, never mind. It was right. I just misinterpreted it. Okay, let's see if that works. All right, I think this. I feel pretty good about this one. I think this should do what we are looking for. Okay, no crash. That's good news too. All right, and then we're gonna move into the site blocker, and then after 30 seconds, it should steal a single zealot. We'll steal a single zealot, and then, well, not 30 seconds for real, but the fake 30 seconds. Should steal a single zealot and then run off on its own, if we're lucky. Yeah! Hey. And then he should go and see the enemy, and then he should run back.
Right, yeah, probably run and join the others up top.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, well.
I mean, is he A moving? So he just...
Yeah, he's A moving. Okay, so we actually need to get the bot to the fake bot to come by these so we can get this test is what we need to do. So that we can get the test. But it's actually good to know that technically, like, what if the enemy's not here? What to do? But that might be an edge case because the enemy's gonna be somewhere. There's no way they won't be by their pylon. That'd be like
they're just hiding on the corner of the map.
I mean, this is still a good win. Like if they're just hiding in the corner of the map and our zealot's by himself, then a win's a win. Like we'll take that. Okay, we'll need to fix this. Our test bot is what we need to do so that he'll go and do what he needs to do. This test bot on step self-target start location. We need to figure out this pylon thing. If self-dot structure. So if self-dot structure pylon exists, target equals self-dot structure. This actually makes sense, but I don't know why it wouldn't naturally operate as it should, because it should say if it sees if the pylon exists, and if there's no pylon, it should obviously skip it. So why would it not activate? I wonder if we can create the same kind of delay. The delay. How did MindMe create that delay on step? That might be a complicated way to start, but how did he do this? Delay start. Self-dot. He did if len self pylon equals 0.
Well, that's just checking if we found it yet.
And then what did he do after that? Because
it's right there on step. It didn't await. Go to the on step.
On step in the bot or in our
yeah, or you can search for self.pylon equals. Yeah, so right here it did an await.
Oh no, this part here is part of the Eris, because of the Eris framework. It has to do it because of the framework and with the library, so it has to do a await super.
Yeah, but maybe that's like, I don't know. You could try otherwise it's the same. Like it's doing on step and it's checking self.structures unit pylon.
Can we do an await super with the thing?
Yeah, try this. pasting that line in, and you
Okay.
just have to change it to defend bot instead of angler bot.
Okay, let's try that. Let's see what happens. Can't hurt. Shift tab. Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's nothing else different. Like, it's running the exact same function.
Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, it's so weird. Okay. And it didn't pop out an error. Oh, it did. 50 on step. Okay. Well, what did it say? Oh, I didn't like that. That's it? Is that the only error? Is the only thing? Yeah, I didn't quite like that. Okay. Let's do that again. And I actually want to see what the error was for the pylon. So weird. Does it have to be no, you wouldn't have to put enemy structures, would it? No. Because it's from the perspective of the bot. Of the dummy bot, I presume.
Yeah. It's there. Okay. Well, no.
No, it didn't give an error this time still. Okay. Strange. If self structures, unit ID pylon.
Oh, well, does it not work? Should it be structures like 0? Should it be a unit instead of a list?
Maybe. So wait.
I would try that.
Pylon.
Say target equals self.structure 0. No, that line's fine.
Here?
Yeah.
Self.structure 0?
You just index 0 at the end, square bracket 0.
Okay. Oh, we switched. Okay, your turn.
Yeah, try running that.
Okay.
Probably my last turn.
It's actually my last turn because I have to start making dinner. So, well, after I was actually say, as soon as we get this done, I will. Because I think we're pretty much finished this. So once we're finished this, or whichever happens first, your last. Oh shit! Did it work? Hold on. Yeah, it worked.
Well, yeah, I might have to hop off early. I got friends coming over. They just gave me a 5 to 10 minute heads up. So
okay, that's fine. I think we're done anyway.
But I can see if did it work. Oh yeah, it moved.
It moved
forward. Nice. All right.
Okay, so this actually might be done anyways. So let's. So in a few seconds we should move, and then if it turns back when it sees the enemy, hopefully he will turn back and run back into the.
I think it'll go up to the top where the others are.
Yeah, it'll go back to the top. And then it should see the enemy and then run.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So what we'll have to do is you'll probably have to maybe. Oh, hey boys. Okay. So that was actually very successful. That worked out like actually quite ideal.
Yeah, it did what it was coded to do.
Yeah, it did exactly what we asked it to do. So we'll actually leave it there, but I'm gonna leave a little to do because we probably want it to be maybe not. We kind of wanted to pull them back, right? We probably want to pull them back.
You want to leave the zealots in the first side blocker.
Yeah. So we'll have to kind of tweak the code, but it did exactly what we asked it to do, and that was successful. So that was a success, and we'll leave. So I'll actually say
GG's. I'm gonna hop off.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Dog Tato. I'll kind of clean up here. So All right, so we're gonna just leave some to-dos for next week because that was actually successful. That was really successful, and we'll say I'll say that we've actually done this main part here. We just have to clean it up a bit. So we'll put in the to-dos that clean up defense defense stance to pull enemy to site blockers. And then we'll actually put into the, so this is actually done. So we'll actually, let's commit the run here. So say added defense bot. We'll commit the run. That's good. I need to pull this down. I don't know, I can't see. And then we'll go and say, we don't need this anymore. And then we'll put like we'll go to self dot, and hopefully you guys are having a good time. I know you're watching us code and whatever, but while I do that, if you want to be actually in what Dog Tata was here as a driver or a navigator, > join, you can come in, become a member, and you too next time can be here with me. Let's go to the self.defense. Defense. We don't want to change the current target. It will be in the, man, this bot has gotten so fat. He's such a fat bot now. We have to fix up some of this commenting too, so it's not so control scout, so it's not so hard for me to jump around. Here it is, defense position. So let's put some code here. This is the defense position, and so in here, I need to say to do figure out if this is useful. Okay. And then what we don't need these prints anymore because we know this is true. That print is not important. Neither is this. We know these work. And then what we'll say in this to-do part here, we'll say to-do modify to have sorry, we need to modify. What do we want? No, it's not here. This is not where we need to do the defense position. We need to actually so current target. So we need to modify current, modify that when enemy is not attacking, modify defense position to that if the enemy position that the zealots stay in the site blocker to draw the enemy. And then we'll go to the scout. So go in the scout, control. Did I do scout? Please tell me. Okay, that's not work. Scout. We'll say, this is a scout controls, so I can find that easier. And then we'll say, you have to go into the control scouts, which is actually way at the bottom, isn't it? Nope, that's defensive position. Control scout, here we go. We actually don't need this here. And this is no longer correct. And then what we need to say is here, and we'll go like to do. Change the sensitivity of how close the scout gets before switching roles. So yeah, so what we'll want is that it will if there's not right now it's like if there's not enemy units, but what we'll probably change this to is like if there's not enemy units closer than X, Y, and Z. So I don't know how we'll do, probably like closer to, maybe like a use psi y closer to, closer than or something. Yeah. Do I have a Scythian closer than in here? So like I have, yeah, I have a couple of stuff in here. Probably can stop importing these if they're not being used. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, since I'm not importing these, take out stuff that's not being imported. And then we'll probably, is there a closer than? Okay, there isn't a closer than. For some reason I thought there was. Okay, whatever. Close? What do we have? What do we use for close enemies? We have a get unit in range. So maybe we'll use a get enemy unit in range. For some reason I thought we use a closer than. So what is this? Get units in range of other units points. So maybe we'll just like use a get units in range, or yeah, so we'll probably do that. So to do, and then oh, where's the other one? So we'll use like maybe closer, no, get unit in range or something. That's not right. Hold on. Get unit in range or something. Okay, and we'll do that, and that's what we'll do. And then that's good. So what we did was we added bait, defense mode, and scout bait. Perfect. This bot is really turning out really well. I like how it's turning out, guys. This is actually turning out really good. Let's add that, commit it, and then push that up. Beautiful. All right. That's it. All right. So that was today's session. We're going to call it I would say a smashing success. It was a really successful session. We only have one more major addition to the bot, but we're looking pretty good and clean. So yep, !join. We'll be back next week around the same time. Yeah, I'm excited to see you again. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really hungry. So until next week, though. Oh, if you're not already subscribed, you should be. And I got some cool stuff for you. And be sure to watch the VOD for Probots. Anyways, guys, see you next time. Happy coding.